Good evening. Welcome to the class tonight. I can't really remember what we did last week, so I hope that I don't repeat anything. But if you have any requests for anything that you want, then please feel free to just write me a little message and I'll do whatever exercises you want. So welcome along to the class. Spread your toes and have your ankles, knees and hips on top of one another. Shoulders down away from the ears and your hands onto your lower belly for me. We'll take a breath through the nose and out through the mouth. When you're breathing out, you're feeling your tummy move in towards the spine. So breath in through the nose. Just to note, next Tuesday night is Australia Day evening. I won't be doing a class. Hello. Hi, Val. Okay, I won't be doing a class. I'm pretty sure it's you, Val. It is. Okay, so I'll try and avoid doing anything on the arms for you. Inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. Hands come up high. Anyway, as I say, next Tuesday night, I'm not going to do a class, but I'm going to do it on the Monday night instead. Okay, in through the nose. Surprised to see you here on the Tuesday night. You're not at the gym. One big breath in. As you exhale, bring the arms down. So inhale, arms rise up. Tell me if you've got any requests for body parts, okay? Inhale, arms come forward. I know you have no fear writing to me. Exhale to the side. There are some shy people out there that don't like to write online, and that's fine. But if you do want to tell me what you want to work tonight, then let me know, otherwise I'll just go with the flow. Inhale, come up onto the balls of the feet, arms up, and exhale to the side. Now, we've had a really big day. We were pretty much out from when I finished my class this morning until like 5 o'clock, so just a half an hour ago. And so Anna hasn't had her sleep during the day, which she usually has. So she might turn ratty. So I'm just warning you in advance. If you hear ratty toddler, you'll know why. Had a great day though, but lots of noise might come out. Inhale, arms lift. Bend the knees a little bit more as your arms come down. And again, arms come up. Exhaling out to the side. So it's in through the nose, out through the mouth with those breaths. Inhale forward. We'll start with a little bit of back exercises, standing up, team. Inhale, arms up. We'll do our balance as always, and then we'll make our way down. We'll get into some core, get into some belly, by back. Maybe a little bit of glutes. See how we go. Exhale to the side. Inhale, arms lift up. Come down that little bit more. My arms are sore. We did 100 lots of push-ups and then a whole lot of triceps as well this morning. So definitely won't be doing too much by the upper body and seeing your heel bow. Very little indeed. Inhale forward. Exhale to the side. Inhale, arms lift. And then come down that fraction more. So I'm going to come up, lower our heels down, and I'll get you to start with the back exercises and then we'll get into the balancing. So we've got our feet quite wide, but our toes pointed forward. Hands can start on the thighs for me and just tip forward. And you go as far forward as you feel comfortable doing, maintaining a straight back. Now you want to keep your legs as straight as possible too, so you start to get a benefit from a stretch through the back of the legs. Then move forward into your toes a little bit so you get more of a stretch. And if you can, arms come out. Now your eye gaze should be slightly forward so you're not having your neck in an unnatural position. So nice and neutral spine, nice and straight. As you're breathing out, you want to have a quick feel of your tummy. Just make sure when you're breathing out, your tummy is lifting up. Do a couple more breaths here. Now we're going to just gently bring our hands down to come out of that, nice and easy. And then what you want to do is put your hands into the small of your back and just push forward. You can have a look up. So this is like a modified camel. That just stretches you the other way. So hands back on your thigh again, keeping the belly braced, and then tip forward again, having the toes pointed forward still. This time, if you can, a little bit harder, arms will now come forward rather than be out to the side. And again, your eye gaze is forward and down. Just make sure, hopefully you've got a mirror around you or someone near you and they can tell you whether your spine is straight or not. It might mean that you have to be up on a higher angle and then your arms go higher. But if you're down lower, then just make sure your arms are forward into that horizontal. This is strong in your back. You should already be feeling it. 2 more breaths here. Bring the hands on in, bend on a bend, come back up and into that modified camel. Now we're going to do one more with our legs out in this position, and then I'm going to try and make it a bit more challenging with the legs in narrower. If you don't like the narrow version, legs stay here. So come down anyway. We're staying here for one more. Hands are going to be by your head. We're going to twist and then come to the center and then twist the other way. Inhale to center. Val, we didn't have masks on in the gym yesterday. Missed you there, but I'm sure you'll come back. Yeah, there's no masks anymore. I'm sure you'll probably still wear one, but it did feel nice to be back to pre-New Year, no masks on. All the whingy tennis players, what's up with them, hey? It's like if you look at the countries they've come from disasters. Like they should appreciate the hard measures that we go through. But that being said, I have bought tickets to go to the tennis, so hopefully it will go ahead. Do one more each way. I do love tennis. It's my favorite sport of all time. So bring the hands onto your thighs, come on up, and then just push onto your lower back, looking up if you can. And now we're going to repeat those 3 different levels. Oopsie, let's flip around. Oh, that's quite fun. Do it in your house if you want. So the legs are a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. And we're going to again tip forward. I'm going to show you side on this one, just because the mat allows for it. So see how I'm tipping forward? See how my back is nice and straight? That's what you want. You don't want to be rounding off at all. Flat back. Right. So for the first round, remember you can lean forward into your toes to get more of a stretch. Arms come out to the side. Now it could be that this is already too much with your arms out to the side. So you bring your arms back onto your thighs, okay? As you're breathing out, tummy's lifting up. I keep reminding myself to move forward slightly to get that better stretch through the back of the legs. Need it because on Sunday when I met my brother at Ruffy, because the week prior someone had told them about their dog being bitten by a snake and dying. Bring all the hands onto the thighs, bend and come out of that, then push. He was sort of scared for his dog, so he's like, instead of doing the inner loop, let's do the outer loop, which we did. But every so often he's like, run. And so we would all like run for 100 steps, but it was sprinting. And I'm not a runner, and I haven't since I've hurt my back. Injured my back, I should say, rather than hurt my back. I haven't been a runner. You've got to protect your back. But I decided I was going to do these sprints. And I'm not in pain, but when I stretch, like now, I can feel it. It's completely like the muscles have been compacted, you know. Do 4 more breaths. Anyway, we didn't encounter any snakes, thankfully. Bring your hands onto the thigh, bend on in, but there are tiger snakes there. I was mentioning in my class this morning that one of the people on Facebook posted a photo from yesterday, and we were at the park there yesterday, of a tiger snake at entrance 16, if any of you are interested in knowing where to go to avoid the snake, or go to have a look at the snake. There's heaps of them, but this was at near 16. Anyway, last back exercise here. Twist, come center. All that gives you a lovely stretch through the legs. It gives you a really good stretch to the leg that you're turning towards. If you're keeping your legs straight, that is. Keep the belly braces so tight and strong in your back. Just 4 more. And bring the hands onto your thighs. Come on out of that. Oh, so good. We're going to give our back a bit of a release via our eagle. So legs come together, bend into your knees and wrap your right leg behind. Just that motion again is going to loosen out a little bit. And then your left arm goes under. We wrap, we lift, and then we push our fingers away. Ooh. I'll come and have a read. I reckon that's about a snake. You may have seen one at Ruffy Lake. I'm thinking you might have. A few more breaths here. Now come into your star. I can hear Anna starting to crack it, so that's what happens if she doesn't sleep. So we're in a nice, strong star here. So bring the legs back together. We're going to bend on in, and this time you're going to take... Oh, they're on the outer. Okay. All right. We thought that would just be more where there's a long grass. Let's take that top leg over. I'm not scared of snakes. I have had a number of encounters, like I've told you. Right arm is under, left up. Relax the shoulders. Keep pushing the fingers towards me. Do a couple more breaths here. And then we're lifting up into our star. I mean, I told you when I was a tour guide living in Thailand and we were on this beautiful remote island, but the bathrooms were facing the jungle. And one time I was sitting on the toilet and I saw the body of a snake, but I couldn't see its head or its tail. And I didn't know if the head was coming towards me or away. Touch wood, thankfully it was going away from me. But it turned out to be a cobra. Bring it in. So when the guys came to remove it, they freaked because they didn't think that it was going to be a cobra. Okay, we're going to just cross this leg over and then bring the arms up. That will give you a nice stretch into the thigh. And the cobra snake's there and it's waving its head. But I had like 3 encounters of snakes in that month. I had viper that I stepped over at the Hellfire Pass, which is where the POWs were building the Thai-Burma Railway. That's Anna cracking it. 2 more breaths. Bring it down. And then another one was on my friend's motorbike and we went over one. Poor thing. So it could have just come up and gone, because they've got deadly snakes over there, just like we do over here. Yeah. I'm not so scared, like I said, if they're, a distance away, because they're not looking to attack us. They're not, killers like human beings are. 4 more breaths. For the sake of killing, I mean. They do it for necessity. 2 more. So come on up and out of that, and we'll just get into our tree pose. So right foot along the side of the left leg, open the knee out, hands to heart, third eye, lifted. That's why I said to Ramiro when we got back today, make sure you're gone before class starts, because I'm sure they're not going to be very good without napping. I mean, Alma still has a nap during the day when she's on school holidays. It's wonderful. Look up if you can. Not every day, but maybe 4 or 5 days a week. And she still sleeps well at night. Anna, she's an exception. She's just got too much energy. 2 more breaths. So gently bring the arms down. We'll switch to the other foot. Digging the heel in, opening the knee out. I'll let my brother know that because he's paranoid for his dog. Looking up, and his dog's not on a leash because he loves to run, he just goes wild. Separate the toes, you've got 4 more breaths. Okay, so bring the arms down. Well, let's come down onto the mat, team. So I'm just going to move myself closer and move the screen down. Oh, I'm sliding all over today. We're going to start on our back, Val, so don't worry about the planks just yet. So we're going to start with a couple of basic abdominal strengtheners non-stop. Then we'll get into some lower belly stuff. And we'll take it from there. So we'll bring our feet together, chin tucked into the chest, your head and shoulders are lifted, and you're just looking at your tummy. And you're making sure when you're breathing out, stomach moves down. So take a breath to prepare, exhale, rise up. We went to the boathouse today. One on the boulevard. And the service was so bad, it took over an hour for the food to arrive that they ended up saying we can have food and drinks free. We won't charge anything. It's my auntie's birthday. The waiter was working like a dog, so she's like, slips him a 50. because he just worked so hard. It wasn't his fault. But yeah, I mean, I've never heard of that free, definitely like half price or a couple of dishes off or drinks free. But that was everything. Anyway, do 4 more. When you see the tummy move down, you're exhaling, you're lifting up. Do 3 more. Be 3, yeah. 3 fingers. So exhale, come on up, and then come back halfway as you inhale, and exhale, come up again. Val, in case you're interested, next Tuesday is going to be my last Tuesday morning class for the Spanish, because I'm going back to the mums and bubs class for Borondera Sports Complex. So I'm doing the Spanish one on the Thursday morning now instead. Still the same time, 9:30. Do a few more. But actually this Thursday I'm going to go and do Zumba. So if you do a Zumba, I'll be there. So we're coming back halfway, right? We're not coming back as far, so that way the tension stays on even more. Go for 4 more. And then we've got little ones coming your way. So come up as you exhale and then halfway back, a centimetre back, sorry. So I don't want to see much movement. I can't see you, but I'm looking at myself and I can't see much movement. Who's had to work on Zoom a lot during this shutdown time? Do you look at yourselves or do you look at the people you're talking to when you're on Zoom? It's a dilemma. Can they see me looking at myself? It's true. Most people are looking at themselves rather than other people. Do 4 more. I've only had a couple of Zoom sessions throughout this time. I like my job too much to do a full-time job anymore. 2 more. So hold this one up for me. Bring the arms forward. You want to keep your shoulders relaxed. If you want, you can go for a straight leg. We're going to peel up. And we're coming up to a seated position. Gosh, it's so challenging to get there. It burns you right in that gut. Then come back halfway. And then we're going to just slowly come back halfway again. Stop. Then come back halfway again. Stop. Halfway place. Stop. And then you're coming back to the start position for basic abdominal strength. As toes come up. Exhale up. So we're getting into round 2, non-stop. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Remember, when you're seeing your tummy move down as you rise up. Go for 4 more here, and then we're going for those halfway ones. Sorry, they're banging upstairs. At times like this, I say I should probably just put on a cartoon for them. I'll let him deal with it. It's going to yell out, but it's all right. Come up and then come back halfway. See, this is why sleep is important, not just for little ones, but for us too. I mean, they don't know how to control their emotions, so they tantrum or unnervous. If we don't sleep enough, we can, lots of different ill effects on the body. Poor eating, poor skin, crabby. I know I'm definitely shorter in my temper when I don't sleep as much. Go for 4 more, and then we're going for those smaller ones. This is really burning in my upper abdominal, so I hope you're feeling it there too. So little ones will come up, and then come centimetre back. Val, have you tried any planks again? I know you said your shoulder's feeling all right, but I hope you're still giving it that month just to really solidify that good feeling that you've got there. But let me know if you're going to try the planks tonight or not. But if not, I'll give you an option. I'll give you an option anyway. But if you are going to try them, I might throw some challenging ones in, so probably best not to try them tonight. They're coming. That was what I was hoping wouldn't happen. Hold it up. So let's slowly roll up. You're about to see. Sitting tall, come back halfway, and then we're going to just do that staggered halving back. So from here, halfway again. Stop. From here, halfway again. From here, halfway again. From here, halfway again. And then all the way back. So we're going for a 90-degree bend here. And what's going to happen, we're just moving one leg. I'm going to do the leg that's closest to you. Toes are pointed and just touch down one leg. See? Oh, gracias. Te haré después de mi clase, ¿qué te parece? Yo quiero con tu. Ok, te haré después. A veces con tu cabello. Y sabe cómo hacer tuyo también. Si tú pides algo, puede ser yo, tuyos. Okay? Do 4 more. All right, I'm going to come and read that in a moment. Change legs now, please. This is all about the lower belly. Try not to let the leg that is staying still creep in too much, because if it does, if it creeps in more than 90 degrees at the angle there at the knee, at the hip, sorry, you're not going to work in the abs as much. This is about the lower abdominals, so we want it to be burning there. It should be. Mine's already working, so I know yours will be doing it too if you're doing the right technique. Ciao, mi amor. Ciao. That was good. I was expecting it to be worse. She was real high. Oh, tú tienes que sacarse tu cabello, las pulpo. Do 3 more for me, and then I'll give you a mini break. And then we continue on with more lower belly. So just bring your legs in, and this is just an in and out. I'll just have a read. Yep, fair enough. Back up to 90 degrees at the knee and at the hip. We're going to move the angle away. And what we're going to do is just tap, 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 tap. Yeah? Just be mindful with your push-ups, Val, that planks hold still. So there's less pressure on you, even though it's hard. A push-up can hurt you and injure you easier than a plank can. So just be mindful if you're going to go straight into push-ups. Definitely do them on your knees, okay? Go for it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stop here, and then flex your feet and start to move the ankle down and just stop there. So you're close to but not touching the mat. Go for a few more, and then we've just got one last lower belly exercise here. If you feel like you need it for your back, you can lift your head and shoulders. Last exercise is a bit of a fast one. It's dropping. So it's like before, but you're not coming back in too much. So it burns. A few more. And stop. Bring the heels close to the bottom and the hip width distance apart, and we're lifting the hips up. Now we're not going to do a whole lot of these, we're just going to do a few here. So take your breath in, exhale and lift up high. Down a bit and lift. So exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Do 2 more and then we're going to go hip up side to side. So side to side we go. So remember, I'm going to just repeat myself now and I'll repeat it again at the end. Next Tuesday, no class on the Tuesday night. I'll do it on the Monday. The only reason I don't do it on Monday usually is Ramira's at work and I'm with the girls. But Alba's going to be starting gymnastics on the Monday, but this week she's not going to be doing it, this week coming. So I'll be able to substitute the Tuesday night for the Monday night, but the girls will be here. They should be all right. They should be pretty well behaved. They're good girls. Going well. A few more. This is bottom, a little bit on the back. Now listen, team, bring the feet a little bit closer to come off the heels so you're on the balls of the feet. Hips go up. So you're squeezing your butt to lift you up. Now after this, we are going to get into some planks. Your option is to do some roll-ups. So Val, I know you know the roll-up. You just have your legs straight for the first few, then you can do your legs bent. You can have your arms straight, or you can have your arms crossed over your chest. Yeah, whatever feels better or more challenging. Definitely want you to go for the more challenging level. 4 more. So we have evicted the birds from the solar panels and they're coming around just confused because they want to get in, they can't because we've put mesh around it so they can't get under them. You will be shocked at the amount of, like, I guess it looked like straw because it was dry grass that came out from under there. They've made a real home for themselves. 2 more. So if you've got solar panels, put some mesh around because otherwise you're going to get birds setting up shop. Okay, so move the legs back away again and bring the knees together and then push up. So you can really feel this burn in the bottom. So my knees are glued together from my knees down all the way along the thighs. Put your arms anywhere that they want. You can even have them supporting underneath your lower back if you feel you need that. We've only got 4 more here. And we're going to get into these planks. And Val, you're going to do some of these roll-ups that I said you can do. Straight legs, bent legs, straight arms, crossed over arms. 1 more. All right, so bring it on down, and I'm just going to move the angle of my mat. We're going to do side plank, okay? So I'm going to start you on this side, and then I'm going to move over to the other side. So we're going to be up on our hands. You can be on a bent knee, 1 leg straight, or both legs are straight. I might just move the screen a fraction. Don't start yet because I've got some leg movement, and I just don't want you to be up holding it too long. All right, so coming into whichever plank feels right for you. Now take the arm over and pull arm and knee together. So it's quite challenging. Let's do 3 more here. Now to get us to the elbows, I want you to firstly come to a centered plank right now. Right, and then we're going to come to the elbows, and then you're going to face the same way that you were facing before, but this time the weight's on that top leg. And the underneath, you're going to pull it in. Arm goes straight this time. 4 more. 2 to go. And stack them, and then come forward. So stay here for a moment. Tough, right? If you want to join us on these ones forward facing, you can. 4 more breaths. So we're going to do the other side. right? So I'm going to step up onto the hands. And I'm just going to make my way over here. And then you're going to bring the other arm in. Stack the legs, arm up, and then over, and pull arm and knee together. Wardrobe malfunction. Doesn't matter. My family here now, right? I've done so many of these classes online now. Feels so like familiar. 2 more. I thought we'd go back to the gym, especially when the class numbers grew. Stop there, come back forward. But it still feels like normal now. It all feels normal. Like it would feel weird for me to give this up completely now. Might have to one day, but it would feel strange. Let's go to the side. So your weight is on your top leg. Arm up, lift the knee up. 2 to go. Looks like my hair's going to strangle me. All right, come back to the center. So strong. 4 more breaths. Okay, good job. Let's just do a little bit now for our back, and then we'll get into some other muscle groups. So we're on our belly. You can just have your arms relaxing for now. We're going to get into some lower part body. Zip the legs up. I'm going to inhale, lift, exhale and out and down, but not touch down. Inhale up and exhale, bring them back in. Just a few more like that. One more. All right, so we're going to take our arms out in front. Just give your legs a bit of a relax, hips side to side. We're going to go for a swimmer. So you don't have to do the upper body. You can just do the lower body. If you can, you're lifting your legs, you're lifting the arms, and we're kicking. You can have your forehead down. Makes it a lot gentler in your neck. The moves can still be challenging doing that. Swimmer. We're going to the pools tomorrow, so I'm honing in on the swimmer. Fun day out. 4 more. I feel like these school holidays have gone really fast. I was worried at the start. Hold it there, lift up, 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 and bring it down. Let's go for a quick stretch in the Sphinx. Yeah, when they started, I was like, oh no, I was going to be so bored. And yesterday morning, she came on the walk with me, just her and I, which was lovely. And I'm like, you sure you want to come though? Because I'm not going to drop the speed for you. She's like, yeah. Anyway, so she came along. Lift the legs, flex foot. I said, have you enjoyed the holidays? She said, I've loved them. And I said, have you missed school? No. That was great because she loved school. She wasn't wanting to have holidays. Yay, job done. Lift the legs up so your heels are clapping. You're feeling this deep into the lower belly, right? Back, not belly, back, lower back. 4 more breaths. And stop there. Take the legs out wider. Just move the hips around again. Take the arms out wide. And all we're going to do here, arms can be down or inward facing. We're going to be lifting up in this star on the mat. Breath to prepare. Rise on up. And bring it on in. We're just going to move the hips side to side again. In fact, Sphinx, pulling forward. Or if you want more, hands under the shoulders and have a stretch into your cobra. I feel like it's warmed up, which is nice. We've had a very odd summer, really hot weather in spring and then sort of cooler summer. Hot weather's coming though. I think it's going to be really hot weekend by the look of it. We're on all fours. You have the option to be on your fists if it's too much for your wrist to be down on a flat hand. We're going to go for the leg that's the arm that's furthest from you, the leg that's closest to me, is what I should be saying. Inhale, push them up. Exhale to the diagonal. Inhale, center them. Lower down, but don't touch down. And again, lift it up. Exhale to the diagonal. Inhale, center. Lower, don't touch down. Don't bring the knee in too close. Same deal with the arm. They don't have to be like touching together. Just come down to close to the start position. I was actually starting a class on a Tuesday night. It's like a drama, dance and start singing. So it'll be during this time slot. Thankfully Ramiro will be around. I don't know when his football starts back, but it'll be all right. We'll work it out. Last one. We're swapping down, change sides right up now. Inhale, lift, exhale, diagonal. Inhale, center, exhale, bring it in. I've just moved my foot like that because I've got a cramp. You don't need to put your foot in that position. And it's gone away. Inhale up, exhale, diagonal. Inhale, center, exhale, and in. A few more sets like that. Let's just do one more like that, please. Inhale up, exhale, diagonal. Inhale, center, exhale, lower. And then bring your toes together, knees apart. You just definitely deserve this stretch. It's a child's pose. Before we come to standing, what I'm going to do is just give us a few stretches here. Because the stretch clothes have taken off, let's just do a couple of stretches here, why not? Then we'll come up to standing and do our balancing. So let's take our right leg on top of our left and make sure your left foot is forward sufficiently. If you want to do an arm stretch with me, your left arm comes up and you're pushing down. And if you can, just hold on and lace your fingers. Nice and tall in through your spine. Since I've stopped breastfeeding Anna in the mornings, I still do it in the daytime, just once a day now. But I've stopped doing the face conditioning work because I used to do it when I was breastfeeding in the morning. That was like a given. I'd always do it. Now I do it, but not as frequently because I'm not doing the Wednesday night stretch here. If I stretch upstairs in the room every night, I just don't do the face conditioning as much. So yeah, I feel like I need to keep doing it. Let's release the arms. Hands come back and just tip forward. And this will give you a lovely stretch for the spine. The reason I'm keeping my arms back is just to give you a nice straight spine, straight back, because if you come forward, you tend to arch it more. So nice and straight. I'm not holding these for 2 minutes. This is by no means a stretch class. It's just a little bit of a stretch and release at the end. Before we stand, it will help you with your balance too, be more flexible. Oh, what a beautiful blue sky we have now. I wrote to my tenant in Cairns yesterday because, they say that the cyclone was going to hit. It's like, he wrote me today, it's like, nah, we've had the bluest sky in a week. You know, he talks sort of like he was just like, it was just a pushing of the rain down. There was nothing. So thankfully it was nothing. I've been through typhoons. I haven't been through a cyclone. So I'm going to just swap legs. So take this leg over and out. And try and drop that leg so that the knee straightens. Try and sit tall as well. Oh, Anna's suffering, the poor little thing. She's overtired. We'll put something on for them soon. 2 more. So let's just swap legs that are on top so that the left leg is now on top, evenly weighted through both sit bones for me. Then take your right arm, push either down from the top or join and connecting from the bottom. I was meant to start a sort of a personal training session, Pilates, in the park on a Sunday morning, actually at Ruffy, last Sunday. And the clients that had asked me to do it said that they wanted to consult with it wasn't Reiki, but it's some sort of like alternative massage medicine sort of person first. So they consulted with this person and they said to them, Pilates is not good for you to mix with what we're doing here, which I find so strange because Pilates is like so versatile. Let's pick up, oh no, sorry, hands come back and just tip forward. So I just don't understand. I think that person just wants to monopolize their moolah. No skin off my teeth. I'm happy to have my Sundays free, but it was, you know, I would have done it because my kids could play while I was doing it in the same area. Hola, salve. ¿Cuál es el principal para animar por ella?
Dragones, algo así.
¿Qué te parece si, bueno, yo subiré pronto? No duermes ahora. Yeah, duermo. No, she no va a dormir ahorita. Come on up. We're going to hold on to the opposite foot. You don't want her to sleep now. That would be bad. Alba sabe cómo buscar Zog en mi tablet. Solo hoy.
¿Qué quiere?
Zog. Era solo hoy.
Zog.
Solo hoy, Ana.
Okay.
Y me que no se pone cerca de su cara. I never, ever let them watch my tablet. But I've said he can watch. I just don't want her to go to sleep now. Because if she goes to sleep now, I'm going to have trouble. And there's this show called Zog, which is about a dragon. And she always sees the ad for it, but it's never on when I let them watch TV. So I've said he can let her look at my tablet. I just find it's just so bad for them. I used to let Alba watch it, and it just, I don't know, it wasn't good. It was when Anna was born. It was sort of almost like a distractor, but then I decided, no, it's not going to work. It's just not worth it. And so I haven't let Alba watch it for close to 2 years now, and they never ask for it, ever. But, oh well, let's see if tonight's going to be a big mistake, letting her watch it. Hopefully not. 4 more breaths. It's all right, I'll be up there soon enough and I can help her. She'll probably complain when I want to turn it off. But anyway, bring it on in. We're going to stand up, team. I'm going to move the screen and we're going to get into a few balances. So that was a nice little stretch just to end the session before we get into our balancing. It'll make us hopefully feel a lot more balanced, especially when we get into our lockdown balance, which we might as well get straight into. So taking our left arm out, right knee out, and then if you want more, pick up the foot and drive the leg away. Bring it on in. Switch to the other side, please. So holding it up, foot if you can, lift. 2 more. Bring it on in, lower it down. We're going to go for our dancer's pose. So we're holding onto the inside part of your right foot, arm lifts, and then tip through. Relax your shoulders though. So switch it. So remember next week, Monday, not Tuesday. I'm a broken record, I know. 4 more. And come on out of that one as well. And then we'll do our tree pose, followed by a couple of neck stretches. So digging the heel in anywhere along the leg, open the knee out, hands can stay at your heart. Third eye, or we lift. Should feel quite balanced now that your eye gaze will go up. Let's switch. Problem with kids, they're so clued on. They're like, if you do it once, they're going to be like, you can watch it again. I can watch it. I'll just hide my tablet tomorrow. Oh no, I won't be here. Ramiro will have to suffer with it because I'll be at work. Looking up. I will still hide it. Hide it everyone so he won't know where it is. So he can't even be lying. He'll definitely not keep this coming. Last 2. So bring the arms down, legs back to hip width distance apart, shoulders, roll them all the way back. Now roll the shoulders forward. And then roll it back again. Let's just shake it on out. So thanks very much for joining me, crew. I'm really pleased that you stuck around for the whole class, all of you. And I will definitely be here, not next Tuesday, but next Thursday, Monday, as well as obviously Tuesday morning and Friday morning. So I'll see you next week, if not on the Friday or if not at the gym. Okay, bye guys.